I have real concerns about the structure of this commission, and it's my understanding they have the authority to recommend tax increases. Is that correct?
The administration has put forward the tax policies we support, but we think it is important to allow the commission to do its work.
But they do not have the authority to recommend any decreases in discretionary spending. The
I don't know
discretionary
that that's the
spending's
case.
off the table. Well, in the budget report, that's what it says.
Where does it say that?
Well, in that little box that you've
I don't-
got there.
Can we look at the box?
It's in the box. It looks kind of like a warning. I think Paul Ryan has described it as a cigarette label warning.
It's on page 146. If you
yeah.
could point me
So,
to the discretionary
fine
spending.
print.
In fine print,
I
I think it says
I don't
that-
think any of the just because I do think this is factually important. If we could examine that box, I don't think there's a reference to discretionary spending.
It's my understanding that discretionary spending will not be part of the commission. But what I really want to ask you about is this. I think that there's been a real concern about transparency, certainly particularly on health care. But in promoting, there's been one area that there has been some transparency I want to compliment the administration on, and that is in promoting the 2009 stimulus plan. The president's economists forecast a very clear picture of what they expected in terms of job creation if the stimulus passed, and that is the January 2009 Romer-Bernstein report. And instead of creating 3.5 million jobs as promised in this report, the stimulus was followed by the elimination of nearly 3 million more jobs.
No.
So in that report, the administration also predicted unemployment now would be well under 8%, and of course, it's now 10%. Given that, I have a couple of questions, and I know my time's very limited, but in a yes or no way, has the stimulus been a success in your view?
The Recovery Act has avoided 1.5 to 2 million people becoming unemployed who would otherwise. So just let me just clarify.
Yeah, and so you would say yes, in your view, it has been a success.
It has been an important step towards avoiding a Great Depression and towards limiting the increase in unemployment. And that's not just our analysis, it's the analysis of the Congressional Budget Office and other outside experts.
And then why do you think we need another stimulus bill only 1 year after $1 trillion has been added to our debt?
Because what normally happens, the Recovery Act has been successful in restoring economic activity. Again, a shift from -5% to more than +5%. But what normally happens during recovery is the employment market lags behind. What we are trying to do is more tightly link job growth to economic growth so that we don't have unnecessarily high unemployment for an extended period of time.
Well, and
Something
doesn't
like the
more of
jobs
last
credit-
year's stimulus bill remain unspent than you're proposing to spend in the next stimulus bill?
I'm sorry?
Doesn't more of
Well, by the end of-
last year's stimulus bill remain unspent than
Recovery
you're
Act-
proposing in this bill, yes or no?
The
I mean, it's
Recovery
fairly
Act is
clear.
on schedule relative to where it was originally projected. 70% will spend out by the end of this fiscal year. And the question is, can we move beyond that to try to, again, accelerate hiring relative to GDP growth? And I think the answer to that is yes.
All right. And will the administration issue a report similar to the Romer-Bernstein report detailing the projected job creation and unemployment effects of the new stimulus bill, the 2010 stimulus bill?
I think once the details of the job creation package are finalized, one could do that kind of analysis. Yes, Mr.
Thank
Chairman.
you, Mr. Chairman.